received. Why hadn't we taken one of the many offers and left as well? Have you ever regretted that we stayed in China, I asked? Chen Zhongshu replied, if I could turn back the clock, I wouldn't want to change a thing. Nothing expresses the patriotism of this class of readership than the tension between leaving and staying, a tension that must have reached its peak in the late spring of 1949. To those who stayed in China after the war, life inevitably reframed itself as a new dedication to a whole new China. In this way, Minze sets the stage for a strain of patriotic readings of Yangjiang that has remained constant throughout the book's history in mainland China. With patriotism reigning over the text among Chinese readers as the main issue, it becomes less surprising that China's leaders never feared that Yangjiang's criticism would leave a sting. But Minze identifies yet another deeply enduring characteristic of the text that should prevent it from being understood as critique. This is the aforementioned sense of poetic distance understood to be natural to elevated literary Chinese. This sensibility is easily expressed in Chinese with the idiomatic expression, yuan er bu nu. I follow Simon Lee's in translating this as, shows a wound, yet utters no complaint. Dozens of readers, critics, and teachers have applied the phrase, shows a wound, but yet utters no complaint, to describe Yangjiang's autobiographical work, especially 6 chapters of the Cadre School, with a wide range of interpretations. But in Minze's original formulation, the expression is meant to describe 2 features. The first is a characteristic use of understatement. Yangjiang never directly states that what is happening to China is unfair and wasteful, and she never explicitly criticizes China's leaders, not even the Gang of Four or Lin Biao. She simply records in detail certain experiences and observations that are washed with potential political interpretation. The second characteristic of yuan er bu nu is an internal optimism. The classic example is the 4th of the 6 chapters, detailing the mutual love and respect between Yangjiang, Chen Zhongshu, and a little dog named Xiao Xu. So many lyrical, life-affirming motifs like Xiao Xu serve as evidence that elder writers like Yangjiang are not a lost generation. Grounded as it was in a healthy mix of Western humanism and a respect for Chinese traditions, especially Chinese poetics, this older and wiser generation possesses Qingtao, the firm core belief that it needs to survive. By crafting a portrait of patriotism that fits an older generation of Chinese scholars, all the while appropriating to a range of traditional poetic features of which yuan er bu nu is the most influential feature, Yangjiang's work and Yangjiang's literary persona has ascended into the official history of the Cultural Revolution. But this ascent has not only been accomplished in China at the cost of some